What's up, guys? I'm just Side Ice, and welcome to the channel. This is going to be my video documenting my first day working a full 9 to 5. So before this, I've always been doing these part-time jobs, aka I was mostly unemployed, and I would be doing like this part-time job where I was be kind of like dropping in and dropping out. They do have a flexible schedule, but I was overall not getting a lot of hours during the week, and part of me wanted more hours, but part of me also knew that if more hours meant more of my time. But ultimately, things, you know, worked out for a little bit, but now here I am at the beginning of the year. Today is January 26th, and it is my first full day on the job. And I won't tell you guys specifically what I do, but I do something in the business industry, right? I think that's as much as I want to let you guys and tell you guys. But yeah, man, the first day, man, first day, and already I was kind of going into this job with not necessarily a negative mindset, but just thinking in my head like, man, like what is this gonna be? Like I'm gonna be so, like what if I mess up? Things like that. If I'm being completely honest with you guys, in my heart I wasn't actually that nervous. Like I thought that I would be more nervous, but turns out I actually wasn't that nervous. And the day before, like Sunday, it was actually a very snowy day, lots of snow. We're in January, so right now we're just in the thick of the winter season. And right now, Monday, it's been snowing all day, and the weather is just really bad. So today, not too many people came in, and me as just like a newcomer to this job, mostly I just kind of observed what other people were doing. There wasn't a um, specific trainer, right? Because everybody is busy with their jobs and their positions. So understandably, they didn't have like a single person that they could like walk me through one by one. Of course, there's like parts of it, but it wasn't like a full day kind of thing, right? You kind of just like learn as you go along, and you kind of want to keep up in this fast-paced environment, right? So I was just kind of observing what my coworkers are doing and just taking notes and understanding how like the system works and how like where's this, where's that, how to get this, how to get that. Again, they're not. I'm not trying to be specific on what I'm doing, but that's just a general idea. So basically, there was that, and then lunch break is like a 1 hour lunch break, which is pretty nice. Not gonna lie. So essentially, 8 hours of work, 7 hours of work minus the 1 hour lunch break, which is okay. And then lunch break was nice. I was talking to this one coworker, getting to know them, and they were like, "Oh yeah, like you seem like a cool person." And then obviously I told them a bit about myself, and yeah, I just brought my own lunch. I brought what my mom cooked up for me that day, and if I'm being honest, I didn't actually eat it because that morning I actually bought a little bit of food from just like a local Tim's. And I will say this: the one good thing about this location is that it does have a nice, it does have like nice like restaurants or just like quick bites for like food. So like if I wanted to like buy something, the store would be like right next door, so I don't have to like walk very far. It's literally right there. Buy myself like a meal, eat it, and then be full. But of course, I think most people would just bring their lunch, and you know they don't want to spend that extra money, right? When you can just pack up your lunch the day before. So that's what I did. Shout out to my mom. Um, and it was like some steam like buns or something like that. But if I'm being completely honest, I also didn't really like it. So, hey man, sorry mom. But yeah, there was that, and yeah, I mean that was basically it. If I was being completely honest, the day before I also like barely got any sleep. I got like maybe like 5 hours, and I was like sleeping for 2 hours and then waking up in the middle of the night, and then I went back to sleep for 3 hours. And after today, the traffic was obviously very bad. I didn't really experience that before, but now I understand like traffic jams. I think going back definitely took a lot longer than coming to work. Coming to work took around 30, closer to 40 minutes. Then going back was actually a little bit closer to an hour, which, yeah, makes sense. That's the time that most people get off work. And yeah, man, the first thing that I knew when I got back was that I was just tired. I was just so tired as hell, and I think it was mostly because I didn't get enough sleep the day before, and and it was like as soon as I got home, I turned off the lights. It was basically already around like 7 p.m., closer to 8 p.m., and I was like, nope, I'm just gonna be sleeping the rest of the day, not gonna be thinking about much. And I kind of even like tried to scroll like on Reddit, just to, like, scroll and just like kind of distract myself. But even then, I was already like mentally checked out. So I was like, nope, too tired, gonna go to bed. And then I was just like sleeping until 12 o'clock, and then from 12 o'clock sleeping until 8 o'clock. That's when I have to wake up to then get ready and show up at 9 o'clock, right? But again, like it wasn't like one consistent sleep. It was like I kept waking up in the middle of the night. But I think the key point that I want to make this video is that I don't want to work a 9 to 5. Like that's the key takeaway for myself, right? That's why it's so important that I have to record this right now, because it captures my authentic raw feeling of how I feel about that day right now, right here. So I don't want to work a 9 to 5, guys. I'm gonna be completely honest. The first day just mentally drained me, even though I wasn't really doing anything. In fact, at one point I was even bored and almost fell asleep at my job. Like I could feel my eyes are like fading in and out because I was literally just sitting there like bored. Like, bro, there's like nothing for me to do, right? Like I'm sure I'm gonna be doing more in the future, but dude, I cannot work a 9 to 5. I gotta be completely honest with you guys. Like, literally first day impression after coming home and after sleeping is like, bro, I can't do this. Like, I know that's how people work, and I know like people are doing 9 to 5s, and like, bro, 9 to 5s like kill you, man. Like it would be something if it was like something that I'm passionate about, but I can't even necessarily say that I'm passionate about. I don't like completely hate it, right? Like I'm still grateful that I got this opportunity, but it's just something that you have to do just so like it gets the bills paid, right? It's it's like that. And man, like this is why it's so important for me to like record these videos and make YouTube or make social media work, because like this is what I'm passionate about, like talking to you guys, building a community, and just like giving my experiences to you guys and helping you guys out, or maybe like reacting to videos, or just like be an entertainer. Like I think that's my goal, is to be some type of entertainer online, right? Again, like some of my inspirations are the big Twitch guys, right? Like people like Kai, and then obviously the YouTube people, right? Like they're not coming to my head right now, but again, I just want to be an entertainer. I just want to share my authentic self and have people appreciate that, while also being an entertainer. So sometimes I might like exaggerate some things, right? When I'm reacting to something, or just give high energy, right? Because sometimes, I can't be serious all the time, right? Sometimes like I want to be fun. I want to, react to things, or just, be my silly, goofy self, right? And again, this is just like maybe like a phase of my life, but dude, I cannot work a 9 to 5, man. Like I cannot imagine working at this job for like the next 20 years of my life, or until retirement, right? And then that's when you can so-called enjoy your life, right? But no, I don't want to enjoy my life at 65 years old. I want to enjoy my life now as a 22-year-old, and I want to enjoy my life in my 30s and 40s. But I really do think my 20s are like such golden years, because these are the years when I can mess up, and then I can recover from that relatively quickly, because of the fact that you're young, right? The more mistakes that you make, the later on in life, the harder it is going to recover, simply because of the fact that you're older. And once you're older, there's certain life expectations, right? You're supposed to have a kid by your late 20s, and have a family by your 30s, and then 40s, continue working, maybe have more kids, or do this, get married, so on and so forth, right? Like again, I'm not the type to mess around, and I do eventually want to be stable and to have a family. But even in the past few years, I feel like there was more things that I could have built myself up to, where I set up myself in a more better position. Oh, and here's another thing: the pay isn't that great either. It's like barely minimum, and then maybe like a tiny bit more, but just know that the pay isn't good. Okay. And basically, man, I can't do a 9 to 5, man. Like that's just the raw, authentic feeling. Like I cannot do a 9 to 5. At least not I don't know. Like I was gonna say maybe not this department, but also it's like I don't really like to maybe do a 9 to 5 in general, um, unless it's something that's creative. You know, something that I'm actually passionate about, right? Because that's another thing about YouTube is that it is flexible. It is flexible, right? Like I could wake up one day at 3 p.m. if I want to. Of course, I don't actually want to do that, but you know, I could wake up late or sleep late. But as long as I got myself a routine where I'm comfortable and I could be recording videos at my own pace, right? Like that's so, like I'm so envious of that now because like I understand it now, right? Like this 9 to 5, it is so mentally draining. It's so mentally draining, physically draining. It's more so of a mental thing right now for me. Like my mental is just in the gutter. It's like I don't even have time to, or it's like I don't even have time or the energy to like log on to Clash of Clans. Like I usually play that every day because like you know I was like unemployed and you know I just you know it was just part of my daily routine. But now it's like I don't even have to care to do that, or I don't even have to care to check Reddit or Twitter, which you know some might say it's a good thing. And honestly, right now, I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess it is. You know, it is a good thing. You know, to be honest, because sometimes I don't like to doom scroll, right? Because it just kind of reminds you of like how brutal this reality can be. Um, you know, which is true, but you know, sometimes you know I do like to just waste a little bit of time here and there, right? But again, I think the point of this is to say I cannot do a 9 to 5. I cannot be an NPC in this society. I feel like I'm built for a greater purpose. I feel like the gifts that I'm given are so valuable that I have to use it and I have to try. And I haven't tried hard enough on YouTube, so I'm not gonna give up yet. I'm gonna keep going, and I have to do this. Okay, so you know if you're working a 9 to 5, I understand you, but you know we gotta chase after our dreams at the end of the day, and I'm starting that right now. This is taking a lot of energy out of me to even sit down and record this, but I gotta do it. So yeah, if you guys stayed tuned until now, you guys are a real one. You guys got long attention spans, much longer than those you know Gen Alphas and Gen Zs that are scrolling TikTok on all day, which I appreciate you guys. So if you did enjoy, please do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. That's all I ask. If you don't, that's fine. But yeah, take care, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.